Not being fit for school is something that I constantly struggled mentally and even physically. It was exhausting. I would go to school and just be wanting it to be lunchtime or recess. And I always thought, man, am I fit for school? Am I understanding everything? Everything was pretty fun if it's the subjects that I could understand. But when it came to math, it was so confusing, it was so difficult. It was draining. And as time went on, you have your peers and you have the pressure of being able to keep a good grade point average. For me, it was mostly a 2.0, 2.5, never higher than that. And we were graded upon this scale. And then you have these people that have a 3.0s, 4.0s that are so good, that can excel in school and have honors. Everyone expects you to have this, which then leads some people, maybe everyone, even people that have 4.0 GPAs and 3.0 GPAs, have this pressure to succeed, to impress anybody. And then when you don't get something right, or you're not following the things that you should, you hear these voices in your head saying, "You're dumb, you're not going to succeed, how can you not understand this concept? Are you stupid? You're going to fail." And those were things that were constantly in my head. Moving forward to college, that those voices plagued me. I didn't understand why I wasn't understanding all these concepts. Maybe it was information overload. Maybe it was just me not wanting to do it. But as I understood it and I gathered my own information and my own knowledge, I finally understood that no matter how much you are graded, no matter if your IQ is below average or above average, no one can tell you if you're smart or not. And if people say that you're dumb and you're not smart, that's their point of view. But you have to have your own grade scale, your own self worth to finally realize you don't need to follow those norms. You don't need to go by that scale point of the grades because you have the ability to be smart in your own way. Your own concepts are your own, and how you understand and gather information is your own. Doing things how everyone does it is not always going to work. People are visual learners. People learn through doing instead of observing. By putting these barriers on people that don't or can't learn how you learn, that's depriving people of being innovative, being creative. If someone does something the way that you don't do it, you don't think that's wrong. That is just a different way. Like, you're taught a certain way and you expect everyone to do things that way. And because I adopted this belief, I don't struggle with thinking that I'm not smart enough. I don't struggle with thinking that I'm doing the wrong thing. And things come easier that way. I realize that I will not do what I don't want to do. I will not follow what people want me to do. And I will not just make other people happy just because. I want to do it for myself. And it's something big and it's something difficult to do and eventually decide on your own, because belief systems are put upon you from the day you're born to the day you leave your parents, or if you're still with your parents, you still have them. And to get rid of them, it takes a lot of work and a lot of understanding, not about others, but about yourself and what you want from your life and how you can make your life easier by caring about yourself and not caring about other people and their beliefs about you. Because in the end, their beliefs come from their own values and what they were brought up with. And many people throw that word out there. You're dumb, you're stupid, you don't know. Which then leads you to think that if you don't get out of it, you always are going to be thinking that you're not going to be good enough, that your skills are mediocre, that you have to be earning a certain amount of money, that you can't move up the ladder. But like you see it with all these new entrepreneurs. That's not true. All it takes is just focus. All it takes is failing a couple of times. All it takes is tenacity and perseverance. And all it takes is you to realize this. Because if you never realize it and you don't know how to begin, then you're going to be stuck there forever. I can tell you how I did it, but it doesn't really matter because we all learn in our different ways. And if I were to tell you how I did it, then I'm depriving you of figuring it out on your own. And the journey is yours and yours only, and no one else's. And once you go on that journey with nobody else but yourself, you will learn a lot about yourself. When I was alone for a couple years in Sacramento, I got to know what I liked, what I wanted. No one was around me because of the pandemic. It was all only me and my boyfriend, just two of us. And learning from one another and learning from yourself is like very important. There was chaos, there was craziness. People got scared, people stopped doing what they're doing, and people are still stopping doing what they're doing. And some people don't know or don't understand how or when this is going to end and if it will ever end, and there's fear. And but that's okay because that's their own journey. They're not dumb because they don't want to go outside. They're not dumb because they don't want to wear a mask. They're just following their own path and everything else, and we just have to respect everyone's beliefs. And whether we want to wear a mask or not, that's up to you and up to not up to anybody else. And once everyone has that understanding, life would be much easier. But except right now, it's kind of hard for everyone else, and we're all clashing and bumping heads and trying to figure everything out and who's right and who's wrong. And when is the next pandemic? And when is the end of the world? Is the world gonna end? Or what about this whole global warming stuff? Is this gonna end or what? And how are is there gonna be more people that are gonna be killing? Is there gonna be more shootings? Oh my God! When is it? It's just never ending. So what I would do is just ignore everything and every news platform that involves negativity and start from there. That can be your base. And then you can consider moving deeper and figuring things out on on your own. Find your own truth because there's no such thing as one truth. And if people say you have to find the truth, you have to find the right news outlet, you have to find the right people, there's no such thing. And if people say you're dumb for believing in one thing or the next, then that's okay. You know you're smart, you know what you're doing. Nobody else should infringe in your own journey of discovery and in your own journey of knowledge gathering, because if everyone shared what they knew and everyone knew what they understood or how they understood it, you would see more people being out there sharing their ideas and finally knowing who they are, what they want, and instead of feeling down, instead of feeling insecure, instead of feeling like they are stuck in this pattern of confusion. Why worry about the future? Every day is a new day, and the most important time is right now. But when you don't have the knowledge or don't understand something, it's not because you're dumb, it's because you need to find a way to understand it better. Or maybe that subject is just not for you. Or maybe school's not for you. And maybe being an entrepreneur is not for you. Being in IT could be for you. Being a cop. There's so many things we have to figure out who we are and how to express that. And I think that is something that I'm constantly learning and trying to understand myself. Where do I want to go? Because I'm not sure yet. Are you?